Hi, my name is Josephine Ganner, and I am a clairvoyant and a spiritual channel. I am hosting the School of Magic, which is an 8-week program dedicated to activating your gifts and connecting with your soul family. And I am going to be taking a moment right now to channel channel the guides, what will be happening in week 5 of the School of Magic, which is an 8-week program. So we're going to take a moment and do that. But I have Jesus Christ who stepped forward, and we'll see what he has to say. What I'm being shown are examples of magic occurring in everyday life: turning water into wine, telekinesis, moving objects with your hands, with your mind. Um, I'm being told about basically the ability to create magic in your life through spell work, through intention, through these ancient practices that were held in the Egyptian mystery schools and with the Essenes. So really tuning into this remembering of physical manifestations of magic in your life, in your past lives, and how they play out here in this life. Really, what I get is transformation, um, activation. This is what you should know. There's a frequency that connects heaven and earth. There's a frequency that connects the stars to humanity. And in week 5, what we'll be doing is really connecting into the stars, connecting into the starlight frequency, connecting into codes that come from Sirius, that come from Andromeda, that come from the stars, and bringing in our star families of light. Now, this might be a concept that is like far-fetched for some of you, but I'm being taken to ancient Egypt, and I'm being taken to the great conductors that they were. The pyramids themselves were conductors and portals for information and communication with the stars, with the star beings, with different civilizations that would share information with those of humanity down on Earth. And through that information, they would be able to do things that humans, quote, shouldn't be able to do. They would give humanity information of like, oh, this, you can do this. So we're coming into a time at the moment where there's a lot of activity in the stars. There's a large asteroid coming towards the sun at the moment, which also, or it's a comet, also has consciousness attached to it. And there's I'm just being shown a heavy presence of star beings and star families when we will be doing this course. So there's a lot of information that will be in the field to be downloaded, to be activated within us, within our lives, and they'll be giving us a lot of information in terms of upgrades, cellular upgrades, DNA upgrades, but also how to materialize things into the physical, how to really create a path with which you want, or essentially, yeah, manifest. But that information will come from the stars. Jesus Christ himself originally came from Sirius and is of the Sirius line. So you'll be also tapping into that energy of the ascended masters and those who came from Sirius. This is an opportunity for us to connect in a healthy and a protected way with our star families, and also to protect and to remove any distortion energies around that, anything that's getting in the way of us, and like any darkness throughout the years from these galactics that have just kind of like infiltrated our energies. I'm being shown like a black star. So I need to check the calendar because I don't know if there's another eclipse coming, but I see a star being shrouded in darkness, a black star. Remembering the black star. I'm seeing 2 suns during the time of Atlantis. Not just one sun, I'm seeing 2 suns. And that sun fracturing into other stars. And the return of those who inhabited those, those spaces amongst and around those stars. Yeah, far out. All right, so that is week 5. I might have to redo this because it's a lot of different information coming through. I'm finding myself trying to edit it kind of in my head because I'm like, oh, great, aliens. Here we go. But essentially what's happening is there's something that's going to happen like November, December, in this timeline that will cause a ripple effect universally. And this group is basically preparing its energy for the reception of that information that's coming through, the capacity to hold that information and to work with it, and not be totally freaked out when it happens. It's not like an invasion, but it's like a heavy presence of galactic energy coming into the planet. Yeah. All right, that was week 5. I might have to redo it. We'll see.